Hey guys, Ken Scott, Senior U.S. Immigration Law Intelligence Analyst with U.S Entry Waiver Services.com. And let's get right into the topic today. Now, what is today's date? Right, today's June 17th, 2025. And you guys need to remember that date, June 17th, 2025. That date's going to be important throughout this video. So that's why I'm going to say it one more time. June 17th, 2025. Now, today's video's the title is going to be When Will Canadians Start Crossing the U.S. Border Again? Waiver Demand Outlook for 2025-2026. Guys, I need to let you know that I grew up, well, when I was really small. This all ties in. I played chess and at times listened to classical music and did jigsaw puzzles. Guys, when you do those things as a small child, it trains your brain and or your mind to think critically and or strategically. That's why a lot of these people now who have not done that, they're lost and they don't even know how to tie their shoes. These are adults. So all this stuff is going to tie in. I sat down and did the analyses, and you remember my title, Senior U.S. Immigration Law Intelligence Analyst. I sat down and did analyses of all this stuff. The U.S. border traffic is likely going to pick up, according to my calculations, around, let me see what it says here. Well, it's going to be 2026. Yeah, spring, summer 2026. That's when you're going to see the volume return to like it was like 2022, 23. So if it's going to return to that 22 2023, which it will, you guys are going to want to travel. But you guys are making a big mistake right now, and you just don't get it. A lot of you guys are not thinking ahead. The mistake you're making, you guys need the waiver. You're going to come in here and say, come in here maybe April, May 2026 and say, oh, I need a waiver. You guys are going to be gobsmacked. You're going to shit your pants when you find out that these waivers on a good day are going to be averaging 6, 8, 12 months or more. Now, I'm going to let that sink in with you guys. When I gave you guys all the dates of the various things, including today's date, you guys need to really think about that. And more than likely, it's going to be around a 12-month mark or more. But you guys don't understand. You keep listening to these stupid discount waiver companies and a lot of these dumbass lawyers. Instead of these lawyers giving you guys hope and saying what's the best way to fix these problems like border crossing, whatever, they feed into the fear from the mainstream leftist media. Other words, they don't solve anything. You guys are left in chaos. I don't do that. I'm trying to get you guys to not experience chaos. I'm trying to solve the problems. So here's the deal. When it does pick up around spring, summer 2026, and you guys start seeing more people traveling down, because I don't care what anyone says. Now, when the mainstream media keeps pushing this thing about the Trump tariffs and 51st state, those words from Mr. Trump are not the greatest. They're not good. They are insulting. The big reason is a lot of Canadians, because of the weak dollar, they're not going down as much. Now you're saying, well, Ken, no, it's more than that. No, it's not. Because around 2003, 2004, the Canadian dollar was right about the same amount that it is now. And that was like, I think it says here, 73, 74%. What's changed is over the years is back then, see if I can find my notes. There's so much stuff in here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, back then, the cost of groceries in the U.S., like food, fuel, hotel, etc., was a lot lower. So just think about the fact that 03, 04, Dollar's what it at now, whether Trump's in office or not. Then it was George Bush, and he was really strict with immigration. So it's the same dollar then and now going down. But the prices back then for buying U.S. goods were a lot cheaper than now. So people dealt with George Bush at the border, his issues, whatever, and they still went down there. It still was a lot of travel. So how was it they went down there when he was in office? And like I said, he was strict too, but now not as much. And what it is, it's all about money. It's about the economics of it because the prices are much lower than in '03. So the same dollar, much lower. They say, okay, Ken, yeah, okay, we get that. What you guys don't seem to get is that, like I've said, 2026, summer 2026 is going to pick up. Now, in terms of waivers, if they're averaging 12 months or more, give or take, guys, if it's June 2026, what's 12 months from now? I'm sorry, if it's June 2025, what's 12 months from now? June 2026. So you need to be applying now. So when June 2026 gets here, you'll be able to beat that rush. You'll be ahead of the game. You guys are not thinking. You're not thinking about it. You're not analyzing properly. You say, well, I'm not going down there right now. So what's the point? Well, the point is they're still processing case volume from before at the ARO, like the massive volume. That's why even now these things are still taking on average 10, 12, 14 months or more. And I don't care what these discount waiver companies have been telling you. They've been lying to you guys. This stuff is not coming back on average. This stuff is not coming back around the 6 month mark on average. Yeah, we had a few come back six, but the vast majority, 95%, are coming back around the 12-month mark. And that's whether you use paper or e-safe. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that BS from CBP saying it's faster and these discount waiver companies. It's not faster. The waiver companies say that because they're trying to get your business in, and when you find out it actually is the same amount of time, they're like, "Oh well, I got your money." The CBP officer is going to say that because it's less work for him or her to do at the port of entry when you go down there. Anyway, you still got to go to this border to get your fingerprints. And I told you guys since 2019 that eSafe and paper, eSafe does not make this stuff any faster. You guys have used eSafe on your own. You see that what I've said is correct. It does not make this stuff any faster. You're still in the queuing system. So again, like I just said a few minutes ago, they're still processing the queue from 22, 23, 24. There's a massive queue that's still being worked on. So these things are still taking a long time to come back. Not to mention the budget cuts Mr. Trump has done, and because of Dodge or DOGE, they've let a lot of workers go. So the processing is slower. So by you delaying filing for your waiver right now, waiting for things to pick up, it's going to be longer. So by the time you go back in, I say July 2026, 12 months or more, let's just say 12 months, you're looking at June 2027. You're going to miss it. That's why if you guys are smart, you would do this now. So by the time this stuff gets better, then you're good to go. Don't listen to me. I've I've made many predictions in the past with you guys, and my stuff has came true. Especially like I said when I told you that eSafe is not any faster. It does nothing for you. It benefits the government in terms of like an accounting system, but it does nothing for you as a person. It doesn't make it any faster. And in our Facebook group, we got people who did eSafe, did their own using eSafe, and they complained about the wait time. I said, "What do you expect?" I told you guys in 2019, this is not going to make it any faster. And then when you check with the ARO and get an update status on your case, it says in there that there's no timeline for them to process waivers. I don't know why you guys just believe anything you see in the media or these discount waiver companies tell you. It's because a lot of you guys cannot think critically or strategically because a lot of you guys don't have my background, my upbringing. You guys didn't have the things I said I've done. You guys didn't go to the private school that I did. You guys didn't have, huh? What? You guys didn't have the critical thinking skills. Come here. Come here. Come come up here. Come on. Yeah, to the camera. Okay. Okay. See? Anyway, you guys didn't have the critical thinking skills, and that's why. So try to use some logic and common sense and make sure this is done correctly now. Apply now so you can get ahead of the game. Because if you don't apply now, you're going to be behind the eight ball. And you just might not get cleared until 2027. Because think about it, you're going to have a mass of people applying at one time. And that's going to just slow down the processing even more. So that's why if you guys are smart, you would do this now and be ahead of the game. So Ken Scott, Real Talk, Senior U.S. Immigration Law Intelligence Analyst with Triple W, U.S Waiver Services.com. Okay, come on. It's 888-908-3841 or 604-562-8140. Mark my words, by summer 2026, when the lines at the border start picking up again and the U.S. prices start dropping, you guys are going to wish you followed my advice today, which is what? June 17th, 2025. And I'm out. Mark my words, you guys will see.